I'm gonna give you one of the most underrated ways. It's not easy and it's not for beginners, so I'll tell you that right now. You're gonna have to put time, effort, and money into this if you wanna do it, but if you do it right, you could even build a 9-figure business. In fact, we're working on some stuff behind the scenes that we'll talk more about in the future using this system so we can build a 9-figure media property. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about really creating our own traffic source, right? So the hardest part that people have right now in business to business is generating new clients because they're using the same old methods or they're not willing to invest in new ones. The truth about what's happening is, can you make things work? Still 100%. But for real scale, we want to own our properties and we want to own everything we're doing. And so what we're doing is we're creating media properties and we're doing it in different ways. Some are going to be websites and some are going to be big email newsletters, free email newsletters that we're going to monetize through our own products and potentially some sponsorships, right? So if you look at The Hustle, who sold for I think like 60 million, they did something like this and they owned the media. If you look at Morning Brew, they sold to Business Insider for about 200 million, and I don't even think they exited all 100%, so they might have another exit on top of that. They created a place where everybody could go, learn for free. They monetized it with sponsorships, but what they really did is own the media. And so what we're doing is we're building a whole content team for us to go out and build different newsletters, right? And so the reason is everything is niched down, right? And so people more than ever need to have more touches with you. It used to be they buy your stuff and then you can upsell them immediately. Now people are taking 3, 6, even 9 months, depending on what you're selling, if you're in services, to really know, like, trust, and believe you, right? If you're doing e-commerce, it's a similar thing. It's a little bit faster, but people want community, they want brand, they want to know, they want more information. Trust is a big thing and brand is a big thing. And if you just keep running the same ads, the same thing, you're not gonna actually build a bunch of assets, right? And so we looked at what the biggest companies in the world, what's HubSpot doing? They went and bought The Hustle. And did that make sense? Yeah, they built a podcast network now. They have the audience, they have the eyeballs. They have it now. They're not consumed by how they're acquiring new things. They became the thing. And so they sell their own products and services now. So what I mean by that is you need to start building a content team, whether it's just for your videos for micro content, short form content, and longer pieces like this on YouTube. That's content, right? That's gonna get you more clients and it's gonna get you more eyeballs. But at the same time, building a content team like Stacked Marketer, which is a great marketing example. It's a free newsletter and a lot of people from Nike, Lululemon, and like big internet marketers and smaller internet marketers that wanna grow are engaged in that newsletter. It gives you really concise information on that particular industry, what's going on, what's trending, what's working, what's not, news in the industry. And so we're creating things like that. And so you're probably thinking, dude, that's a ton of work. That's why we're gonna make more money than you guys, because it is a ton of work and it is gonna be expensive. But that's why I said it's not for beginners. If you have a business, this is the best thing to invest in. I have friends that are putting in $500,000 a month in these content teams and they're getting 5, 6 times returns, right? I'm not saying you're gonna do that immediately, and I'm not even saying you need to build something that big. But if you start building a content team, you can also start creating joint ventures with people and leveraging their list for free to start giving out the content and using that. Hey, let me just create a newsletter for your team and we'll separate it so it creates a new list and I'll take care of all the content, we'll do everything. You guys just keep acquiring how you do and we'll just give them value and we can split that list. So that's an easy way to create joint ventures. You can also do it with people that have LinkedIn groups and Facebook groups. What they need is content. Hey, let me create content for you guys absolutely free. Just let me get the leads as well. We're not gonna sell them anything unless it's our stuff. We'll even give you guys a percentage. You can negotiate a million different things. You can do sponsorships, whatever you want to do. But these people need content and they're just one person, usually 2 people maybe. They mostly don't know how to monetize the groups. They've created something where they have a ton of opportunity there, but they don't know what to do with it. So if you create these newsletters, you're creating brand, you're creating trust, you're creating knowledge, you're giving them a lot of value consistently, and you're building trust that moves people in the next direction, whether you want to do an event, whether you want to create an application, whether you want to sell physical products and you're doing it in like the health space and you're selling protein powders or whatever the case, right? Like if you're talking about like health and wellness, you can do that. If you're talking about like fitness, you can sell swimwear, bras, whatever the case, right? Like you can think through this depending on your industry. Like I said, it's definitely not for beginners. But if you're interested in doing something like this, we are creating something like that. You guys can DM us, and I'm happy to just share like the whole strategy. We're teaching this inside of our Powerhouse consulting group as well, at depth and at length, because later on another level, you can start acquiring pages and different things like that and working towards that because you've built this machine. So all you're gonna need, if you really wanna do this, is an editor, a researcher, and a writer to get started, right? And that's on the writing team. If you wanna go video, you're gonna need a video editor and somebody to shoot just to get started on that. But start small, test this out, see if you can create some relationships and some joint ventures like this. And I promise you, the best thing that you can do for yourself in 22, 23, 24, and beyond is to own your own media and be the media company, right? That's what Apple is, that's what Facebook is. Everybody we pay because they have the audience. So let's use that to build our own audience and then be able to serve people and sell the leads, sell the list, sell the asset, whatever you want, or sell it and use it for yourself and build a dominant brand. So that is it for me, guys, on this. If you want more info, DM me at Los Hustle. If not, just join here, the notifications, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.